Hello. Today, I'm going to teach you about fencing. In an age where self-defense is becoming so increasingly important, there's no fancier or more elegant way to protect yourself than with a sword. Today, I'll be teaching you 5 basic tenets of fencing: stance, grip, footwork, attacks, and lastly, parries. Without further ado, let's begin. Stance is key. If your stance is sloppy, you're likely to lose your balance. Your dominant foot in the on-guard position should be in the front, while your non-dominant should be in the back. For the sake of this video, my right foot will be my dominant foot. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart, with your left foot at a 45-degree angle and your right foot completely straight. Bend your knees so that they just come over the top of your toes. Finally, angle yourself so that you're facing forward. Now, let's talk about arms. Your left arm should be held out like this with your palm facing up. Your right arm, meanwhile, should be out like this at an angle, with enough space between your elbow and your chest to fit your fist. Your fingers go around the grip like so. Do not hold it like a gun. It's important to keep your grip loose. The foil should sit in your hand gently, and when you tap the blade, it should vibrate. Imagine you're holding an egg in your hands. You don't want to break it, you just want to hold it. This foil is like an egg in that sense. Once you're holding the foil properly, aim it like this, with the tip pointing slightly up. Though your grip should be loose, your wrist and elbow should be firm. Now that you're in a proper stance with a proper grip on your weapon, we can talk about footwork. The two most basic kinds of footwork are advances and retreats. To advance, step forward with your right foot, then bring your left foot back into position. You're not going to be taking big steps here. To retreat, you do the same, but move your left leg back first. Move back with your left, back into position with your right. And there you go, you have just retreated. These are how you're going to be moving across the proverbial battlefield. You're not going to be walking or running or jumping. You can, but that is much more advanced, and I'm not going to be covering it in this video. Now that you know how to move, I can finally show you the basic attacks. First, you'll need to know how to extend. When you extend, you push your arm forward like this, while twisting your wrist so that your palm faces down. Excellent. The only attacking move I'm going to be showing you today is the lunge. In order to lunge, first you extend your arm, then you kick off with your left foot, so your right foot lands in this approximate position, while extending your left. You don't want your right knee to be all the way over your right leg in some dramatic pose, because that is going to offset your balance. Keep it at an approximate 90-degree angle with your foot. In order to recover from a lunge, what you need to do is push back with your right foot while recovering your arm and pulling your left arm back into its original position. A good trick to help you with this, which certainly helped me, was pretend you're grabbing onto something with your left arm, and you're using it to pull you back. Now, we're in the final stretch. The last thing that I'll be showing you today is how to parry. Parries are one of the most important things in fencing, because that is primarily how you block attacks and get points. You see, if your opponent attacks you and makes contact, they get the point. But if you parry them first and then riposte, which is to attack back after you parry, then you get the point, even if they make contact with you before you make contact with them. Thus, if you know how to parry and you can parry and riposte well, you are essentially guaranteed the victory, so long as your opponent doesn't also know how to parry back. The two most basic kinds of parries are a 4 parry and a 7 parry. To do a 4 parry, simply move your wrist so it taps their blade, then extend and attack. To do a 7 parry, loosen your grip so that the tip drops. Then tap their blade to the side again. Then tighten your grip again while also snapping your elbow into this lower position. Then extend and attack. Simple enough, I hope. Congratulations! You now know the most basic rules of fencing. Go out there and challenge people to duels, knowing that now you have a slight upper hand. Thank you for watching.